Shout to all my lost boys, we rowdy. Shout to all my lost boys. Shout.
Triangle Townies, how are we doing? It is the end of week 3. Your very committed and devoted commissioner is coming to you a little late this week. We all know it. Let's just get it out there. Elephant in the room. It is Thursday evening. It's Thursday pre-night. It's before Thursday night. No Thursday night football has been played yet. We are coming to you as soon as possible. A lot of work's been getting in the way, but your commissioner's here for you. No worries. Let's do what we all love to do. Let's jump in. Let's break down some scores, see who won, see what matchups were exciting, see what matchups could have used a little more drama. But let's take a look. As we jump into the Week 3 scoreboard, let me apologize if you can hear my washer and dryer in the back. There's nothing I can do about that. I got to do my laundry, so got to stay clean. We'll start with yours truly, Mr. Big Newton. I remain undefeated, the only undefeated team in the league. 3-0. Take down Paul Blart Mallcop. Sorry, Mike. AJ Green went off and never looked back. We go to the Durham Bison and Team Shockley. Yikes! Jordan once again is topping his week total from or his point total from last week, putting up 178, beating Deb by 100. We go to what I called the most promising matchup of the week last week. It turned out to be true. House Autry narrowly hanging on against the New Zealand Kiwi Birds. There was some Monday Night Football drama, which is the only reason I really love fantasy football still. But Josh hanging on. So Amanda takes her first loss. Josh moves up to 2-1. We move over to the Wichita Lawn Pigs, putting up a nice effort this week. I know my boy Greg Olson helps you out there, Kurt. But taking down Joe 162.5 to 105.5. And we move to Taj Peppers. Despite over 50 points from Aaron Rodgers, Jason does get beat down 162 to 115. So let's dive in a little deeper and take a look at some of the scores. We'll start with the Durham Bison and Team Shockley, the most lopsided matchup of the week. It was never even close. Really not a good effort there from some of Deb's players. Really promising. Matt Jones, Jeremy Hill is just not coming through. Really, you could have thrown Cam Newton and Adrian Peterson and almost beat Deb. But that's a 100-point victory for Jordan. So, yeah, we move on to, let's see, who's our next matchup? Yours truly, Mr. Big Newton against Paul Blart Mallcop. Paul Blart, man, you left Reuben Randall on the bench, but I'm not even sure that would have helped you in this matchup. Lackluster effort out of Marshawn Lynch going down early. The Panthers D not really performing up to standards. But all is not well on my side as Justin Forsett, another bad effort. Tyler Eifert and Devontae Adams with goose eggs. Roethlisberger going down with injury. Thank goodness for AJ Green. Thank goodness for Joseph Randall and 3 touchdowns. But I digress. Let's move on to what I called the most promising matchup of the week that delivered. House Autry, New Zealand Kiwi Birds. This was our closest matchup. It really came down to Monday Night Football and just not enough points on Amanda's side. Gotta be stinging to see Frank Gore lighted up on the bench for you, Amanda, as D'Angelo Williams' run comes to an end. You look over at Autry's box score, Andrew Luck. May not have been the right choice there at the 2nd overall pick, but still a solid 23 points, 33 points out of former ECU running back Chris Johnson. So a really good effort there from some of his players. Odell Beckham Jr. looks like he's back into form. Amari Cooper might win Rookie of the Year with the year he's having so far. And a good effort all around. But let's move on next to Kurt's Wichita Lawn Pigs with a very nice game against Joe's Triangle Firebirds. Joe, man, I wish he could play Peyton Manning and Tom Brady at the same time and get some more points, but just can't happen. Brady with a nice day. Jimmy Graham finally coming out. The Rams D having a nice outing against the Steelers, but just not enough. The rest of your lineup is looking a little thin. And Kurt, man, it's scary to think that you had a Bills defense with 17 points on the bench. That's an extra 20-plus points with a negative 5.5 out of the Dolphins. It can only get better from here with Heath Miller only having a point and James Starks really not showing up. But yikes. Wow. Let's move on to another team that wishes he could have had a few more points on the bench is Taz, Rex, and Effect against Jay's Hershey Bears. Jay, man, Aaron Rodgers with a 50-plus point day. The Packers defense killed it. DeAndre Hopkins is a steal, but really, DeMarco Murray didn't even play, man. You gotta watch out for the forecast there. The rest of your players just not stepping up to the mantle. Andy Dalton, of course, Andy Dalton scores 50 points for you, Taj. I mean, he scores 50 every game, doesn't he? And the Cardinals defense outscored most quarterbacks this week with 33 points. Another scary situation to see a couple of running backs, including one of your Buffalo boys, on the bench that really could have put you over the top this week. But that's all the individual scores as Taj takes it 162 to 115.8. Let's recap this and look forward to next week here. So all in all, a great week of fantasy football as always, guys. We got a couple of 0-3 teams that really need to step it up. Maybe look at the trades, look at the waiver wires. You never know. I do want to remind everybody, it's 10 teams this year. Playoffs are different. Only the top 8 teams make the playoffs. That means 2 teams are going to be sitting on the outside looking in when it comes down to the last couple weeks of the season and we start playing for money. Also, speaking of money, we did start the program to where each team owes $1 per loss of every game this season. If your team finishes 5-5 in the regular season, you owe $5 more at the end of the year. Another thing to keep in mind when it comes to playing the right players, making sure everybody's really coming up to play this week. Just want everybody to keep that fresh in their minds. But I don't want to dwell on money or losing or whatever. Let's look forward to the future. We don't dwell on the past here in the Triangle Townies. Looking forward to the future. We have some good matchups this week, and I'm very excited for a good week 4. Let's take a look. We'll see if Kurt can keep it rolling as his Wichita Lawn Pigs take on the only undefeated team in the league, Big Newton. House Autry is definitely not mad at anybody right now as he's posted up some very good scores, but he's going up against the juggernaut, Durham Bison. He's led the league in points for both the past 2 weeks and in the 170 range there, so that'll be a good matchup. Paul Blart Malcop, Hershey Bears, see if Jay can get his first win of the season. We have Team Shockley and Joe. Somebody has to get their first win of the season. Sorry, guys. And lastly, we have the New Zealand Kiwi Birds and Rex in effect. I'm calling this one my matchup of the week. We had Taj with a strong week last week. Amanda really did not want to get in the loss column. So we'll see who comes out victorious in that matchup as it officially gets dubbed Game of the Week. Always great talking to you guys. I do enjoy doing these videos for you. Sorry they are a little late sometimes. Lastly, I want to touch on some things. If you were leagues, I remember in the leagues last season and the season before, you'll notice that I'm not wearing the football jerseys anymore. No, that's right. Your commission's come to play. I've got the nice shirts on. We're only doing collars and buttons from now on. You'll also notice I got the fresh new cut. Everyone, I don't think anybody's seen it except for Josh the other night working the Hurricanes game. We're cleaning up the image. I know that the football has been tainted here recently, but we're working on maintaining the prestigious image of the Triangle Townies Fantasy Football League. No more hocus pocus, no more hanky panky, whatever you want to call it. We're getting straight laced. And you'll lastly, but certainly not leastly, notice we got the wristband going. We're doing pink. It's October 1st officially. It's Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Just on a personal note, my grandmother passed away of breast cancer when I was in high school, right after I graduated high school. So y'all will see me with some pink this whole month, just a little tribute to her. But not to get too teary-eyed on everybody. She would love that I'm 3-0 right now in my league. So if you want to show your support, get some pink, donate to good causes for breast cancer and breast cancer awareness. There's my PSA for the week. All right, guys. It's been a blast. It always has been. It's your love him or hate him, your Triangle Townies fantasy football commissioner, telling you a piece for this season, or for this week anyway. You know what I mean. All right. Peace out, guys.